Alright, hello everyone, this is Ancient Artifact, welcome to Dying Light. This is my 2 cents on the subject. This game came out a couple days ago by a company called Techland. They're the exact same company that brought you, that brought you, Dead Island and that whole series, as well as the Call of Juarez series. Now if you like Dead Island, you're gonna like this game, flat out you will. It's definitely on that same little genre of games. It has a lot of the similar mechanics. What the fuck was that? Anyways, it has a lot of the similar mechanics. It feels roughly the same control-wise. But let's kind of get down to the nitty-gritty here. Actual gameplay. The story itself is actually pretty interesting. I'm not going to really get into it because I don't know, it's almost kind of cliche, you know, it's the same thing as Dead Island. You're on an island, fucking zombie outbreak, who would have thought, again, but anyways, you're some guy from a corporation who goes in, and you're trying to recover some file that was stolen by an angry employee who no longer works for this big-ass company, that could, like, somehow magically save the planet, but for some reason they don't want to use it, and there's a whole lot of political jargon going on with it. Anyways, continuing on. Storyline's pretty interesting, but that's kind of all it's really got going for it. I mean, yeah, the gameplay is fun and enjoyable, but, you know, as you can see, the frame rate is dropping horribly. That's not my computer or my recording software, that's the game itself. It happens a lot. Solely because they just really didn't do a good job recording it. Not recording it. They didn't do a good job making the game. They didn't really smoothen out the edges to it, and it feels almost like they just kind of rush it along. Now I guess getting Jesus Christ, what the hell's happening? I can't see. Get the fuck back here, you bitch. Another big part of this game, though, that really annoys me is that the controls are stupidly clunky, and with the whole frame rate stuttering that you just saw, with the frame rate stuttering you just saw, you can't, sometimes you really just can't do anything, and it's not in your control to do so. You just simply, like, are not allowed to be able to do anything. With it, though, like, it does have an interesting parkour mechanic where, like, if you, like, look at the ledge, it's kind of like Brink. That came out actually quite a few years ago, where, you know, you can just sort of go under a lot of things or jump up on them. It's a lot like that, or I guess also Assassin's Creed-like-esque as well. But again, with the clunky controls, it doesn't really make up for it, and it kind of only just almost takes away from the game because of it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now another big part, though, is the fact that, you know, a lot of games coming out nowadays, they have a huge modding community that goes along with it. Like, one game that I've been following a lot, Star Citizen, which I've done a couple of videos on, it is just a massive modding community, and, like, the guy who's making that outright said, like, we fully support it, because we think it's good for the game. But with this, like, there's a whole slew of issues, like, you know, you have the frame rate drops, you have horrible controls, there's a whole slew of things wrong with the game, and the modding community actually went off and fixed these issues, and then the game creators flat out went and said, oh no, you can't do this because we don't want you to, and kind of hit them with a copyright violation, saying, you really can't do this because we don't want you to, even though we're lazy and won't fix our game, and you did it for free, but fuck you guys, because we don't care. And that to me is just a huge insult to all the consumers. I don't like that idea. I think it's kind of just, besides just being freaking rude, it's just insulting to your consumers. Now another big thing, though, that I have an issue with is just the game itself. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do, but it feels like a rehash of Dead Island, just, well, made more city-ish and less tropical-ish. I mean, they just amped up the graphics to it, but in turn, now you have stuttering going on, which takes away from even more. I mean, they do have the day-night cycle, which is kind of interesting because you have more powerful guys facing off at you at night. And so you have to kind of go more stealthy-like, whereas, the day you can kind of just run around like I am on the streets, but like at night you can't do that. It's a really bad idea. But it's just kind of one of the things where it's just another small little positive that doesn't make up for the negatives. And they need to be able to fix these negatives before I can go off and say, pay full price for this game, because I honestly just don't feel like it's worth it. All the negatives that happen in this game, with the frame rate stuttering and the clunky controls, and just in general, just it pisses you off because you have all these issues happening, and it takes away the ability for you to effectively play the game and have fun. And I feel like that's a huge portion of it, that if you can't have fun while playing a game that you paid $60 for, I don't think that's okay. I think that's a horrible business model. And I think that kind of really needs to be rethought out. I guess in general, my 2 cents on this is I would suggest getting it, but don't pay full price for it. Definitely wait for it to go on sale on Steam, and judging by how this is looking as is, it's probably going to be pretty soon. I don't feel like it should be kept at full price for much longer, solely because I feel like they did a rush job with it. They just tried to make a game that was really pretty with core mechanics and then nothing else. And I feel like it's just sort of a big old bitch slap to their consumers who bought the game at full price and said, hey, we don't give a shit about you. Just, we're going to take your money. But that's my 2 cents on it. I think I mentioned, if I didn't, but anyways, I'm going to be having Evolve. That's coming out soon. I do have that on pre-order. I've been waiting for that for a couple of weeks now. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on that in the future when that comes out. If you did like what you saw, please like and subscribe. I do appreciate it. My name's Ancient Artifact. Have a nice day.